It's an unbelievable moment when you think about it. I mean, I know that everybody talks about the Attitude Era and gravitates back to it. And I know that there is a sentiment of people, a lot of people who think, man, we just got to let it go. We got to leave it in the past. But I think it's cool to celebrate these high water marks. I mean, 7.2 million homes. That's just an unbelievable number. But
Yeah.
that's where the business is here in 1999. Do you think this is the high watermark for WWE? Like, obviously at that point, but obviously, and we know now revenues are different, and the way people are making money is different. The company's worth a lot more, and all that jazz. But as far as just mainstream consumer interest, do you think 99 in that Attitude Era that might be the peak, or was it another time?
It's arguable, certainly arguable, Conrad. I can't say for sure because we're just assuming, but I think you're on to a good point that it was really a cool timing, and it hit the right place at the right time. You can't get that many viewers uh, without doing something right and having something that piques their interest. They meaning the fans. So it was a good time to be a wrestling fan as it is today. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was good for. It's fun to call. It's fun to call. It's fun to call matches like that with great anticipation. It motivates the broadcasters. It certainly did me. I don't know if I was on top of my game. I don't even know what the hell that is for sure, but I had a lot of fun broadcasting it with Lawler. And as you mentioned, Lawler and I will be together this weekend in Hartsdale, and that ought to be a lot of fun because we just haven't been able to do with his health issues in mind. We haven't been able to get together a lot on these appearances and things like that. I've always said that somebody's missing the boat by not recording those appearances because he's a consummate performer and is funny as hell off camera as he is on camera and entertaining as he can be. So uh, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I always look forward to working with Lawler. He seems to rise. He seemed to rise to the occasion when we had those events. He enjoyed it as much as me, and I had a great time. Some of my fondest memories in wrestling were doing these pay-per-views with Lawler, and we're underscoring some of the big matches and things like that. So I think we hit we're at the right place at the right time, and it worked out really really well for us.
Go see JR in person tomorrow as you're listening to this at the All Star Sports Gallery in the Hartville Marketplace. That's tomorrow, Friday, August 2nd. JR will be there. Speaking of being there, man, you made a couple of big acquisitions. You're sort of leading the charge for talent relations. And 1999 is a big year for you guys. Early in the year, I guess February or so, you signed the former Giant from WCW. We know he's going to be known as the Big Show here. But now it's time for another major WCW star to jump ship, and it's Chris Jericho. He's going to sign a 3-year deal with Titan Sports on June 30th. His contract technically expires with WCW at the end of July on July 27th. He's got a 90-day non-compete, and there's a lot of discussion about all that. But what do you remember about Jericho coming into the WWF?
I thought it was a great get for us. Chris was experienced. He was a veteran. He understood all the little nuances of becoming and maintaining stardom in a professional wrestling environment. One of my best signees, without question. I just remember Vince was astonished how short Vince perceived Jericho to be, and but he was just a great get for us, and he stayed a great get for a long time. He was very productive, made the company a lot of money, just like he's doing now with AEW, and he's still wrestling a lot. So I liked that aspect of his game. He had never turned down an assignment. He always loved, and he wrestled with anybody. He could have a good match with anybody, Conrad, and didn't mind doing it. Whether he won or he lost, he didn't mind doing it. So that's a team player for you. And Chris has certainly been a team player in AEW since he's been there. He's had some of the best matches that we've seen in that company. So I thought that's one of my, Big Show was a great hire, but he's an attraction guy. Big Show should never have been an everyday wrestler. You don't put those Andre the Giant types statistics and not say, well, this guy's, you don't want to see him every night. And that's not a knock on the Big Show or Andre or anybody else, but they're better kept special when they're an attraction person. And some fans get it, and some fans don't. It's not a great deal to overexpose an attraction guy. It's just not. And I thought at times, over time, that we overexposed Big Show a little bit based on his attraction status. So, but he was a good get too. Those are two big hires, and I remember recruiting both guys. Sherry Briscoe was very much involved in both of them, especially Big Show, because Big Show was living there in the Tampa area where Sherry lives, and it was fun being on the road with Sherry and taking these guys to lunch and things of that nature, talking about the business. So we locked up Big Show pretty quick. Big Show was a special project for Shane McMahon, to the point that Shane gave him his name, and it worked. The name fit. So I that was two good ones for us to get that at that point in time. Two main event level stars that had longevity, and I enjoyed working with both those guys. And I don't see Big Show very often. I'll see him this weekend and at our appearance, but I don't. And I see Jericho at the AEW tapings and things of that nature. But I don't know. I don't know when the last time I saw Big Show was, because I don't go to all the TVs in AEW. And for no particular reason other than I'm just not booked. And I'm fine with my role. Don't get me wrong. I'm fine with my role. And speaking of that, I hope that I get assigned to work at Wembley. It was fun going there last time. It's a unique environment. Fan base is great. The crowd is. I think they reconfigured the seats a little bit, so I'm not sure how many people we've got, how many tickets are sold. I'm going to suggest to you, Conrad, it's probably north of 50,000 tickets. So it's impressive. It's impressive numbers, to say the least.